Well, I haven't even made it in the game yet, and I'm already overwhelmed. It's patch day. Welcome back to the channel. Patch notes for October 12th. Found out we don't get the Magnus, which was set back a week. But we got all kinds of other stuff. They made a bunch of major changes, and I'm kind of reeling from it. I'll go over it here in a second, but first off, we got the 2022 autumn season. They've made some changes to that. Season characters now gain plus 30% life XP minus training. You can no longer equip life skill mastery items, but you get plus 100% when gathering. Plus 100% on basic resources, and then there's the table for it. Logs, blood sap, wild grass, meats, hides, and rough stone. This doesn't apply to barehanded gathering, digging, milking, or scooping the water. You can get Tuvala enhancement materials from season or the season items from gathering. There's the rates and all that, what it does. They updated, or they listed the conditions for Season 1 Novice Only servers, and there's one other thing that I was looking at that I can't remember now. Where is it? They added the Boiling Tides Blackstone in. You can get that. They added another Life Alchemy Stone, which I may do a season just for this. I don't know. Where's the stats on it? Here it is. You got to do the quest line. You can either do it on a season character that's level 60 or somebody, one of your characters that graduated season. So I may have to make and level up, but I don't know if it's worth it. I don't even know if it can be repaired with. Well, I guess it can. It's got fuel right there. Mystical Spirit Powder. We got our season exclusive items, the Golden Barley and Rift's Petal. You know the drill with that stuff. You collect it as you grind and through the season pass, and you exchange it for stuff. Which it looks like you can get a 140 stack this time. Caffers bundles, those might be useful. So there's that. And then they got the season pass, which, you know the drill with that too. That hasn't really changed much. They got some new guides and stuff. Most people watching this are not new, so it doesn't really matter. They're doing an item copy event where it only takes 1 Marnie fuel to copy items. And they're going to do the Arena of Arsha is set to open soon. That's why they're doing it. So you can do your item copy with 1 Marnie's unstable fuel instead of the normal amount. I may try that. I may see if I can copy some of my wizard stuff over to maybe my warrior. I don't know. Depends on how frustrated I get, and I'll talk about why I'm frustrated here in a little bit. Well, actually, we'll address it right now, currently. They did a class balance update, and I'm a little angry about it. They adjusted skill points so that you get up to 1,000 will learn all your skills, and then anything over that you can invest in weight increase up to 150 weight, and the 150 weight takes 1,500 skill points total. So your classes, basically, to max out, everything's going to take 2,500 skill points, and we'll touch on that here in a minute. But they're doing events. Link to this. They've extended the hot time event, so you get 100% drop rate, 500 XP. They've also extended the treasure hunting, the heart event to get the Garmouth and Vel hearts, and then they've extended the buff from the Heidel Fountain events. Cool. Here's the graphics for all that stuff. So the Marnie's unstable fuel. Arena of Arsha's coming soon. Here's the hot times. They increased 500%, 150 on the skill, 100 on life, 100 on drop, and then 500 on combat. And then here's the other part of the drop event where you can get the potion piece, the rare items, the treasure map, the upgraded compass, and the potion pieces. That hasn't changed. They've done all of those since last week. You can get the. I need to go grind centaurs and get the freaking map piece, I guess. Although Rid Sulfur Mine is not that bad to grind to begin with. The Pelicu Jails probably is. The upgraded compass. These two places aren't that bad to grind, even though they're in the desert. Once you get into them, they're not really that bad. The one that's really going to affect me now, I guess I could go grind Cadres. But, I mean, Cadres and Blood Wolves are about the same, at least in my opinion. But, so there's those. The heart thing, I went over that. They're spawning the bosses. And then I went over that event. That's the same as last week. They made some improvements to Elvia realms, entry methods for the Hatem and the God of Despair place. So there's that. So they basically just changed it so you can get in through the UI instead of having to go to the specific server or realm. So there's that. And they go over how to do that. Upper right of the screen, click on that little guy, and then you can enter it. And of course that doesn't change that you can't enter in a node or Conquest War server. So that's fun. Blah, blah, blah. Which, I'm going to have to make a video about this. I tried grinding Elvia Calpheon. Even, I'm at 277 and 348 on AP and DP. And the recommended is 270 and 330. And I still can't kill her. I died several times. And the monsters just feel like I'm hitting a wall. So I'm going to have to probably up my AP some more before I go grind that place. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I may have to grind some silver and just pour my silver into upgrading my Goddard staff and see how that goes. I haven't decided yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back and go grind Blood Wolves until I get the potion piece and then see where I'm at. But the Elvia Calpheon was pretty frustrating. At least for me. We got the big class balance. I'll go over that here separately in a minute. They removed the Talibers tier to make the Ataraxian access easier, which I still haven't done that, so I guess that's good. And then they changed some of the components for defeating it. So there's that if you're interested in Ataraxian. And you can get these rewards from the Ataraxian. Where did... the Golden Tears of the Desert. They're going over that. Which I guess that's cool because Valhaz is the same as Black Distortion. I guess it's just a different skin. They added a pet. Pet type's rare. It's a little scorpion guy. His talent is skill XP increase, and his special skill is finding resources. I don't know why that's there. I don't know how you get that. Maybe I missed something. Maybe it's a reward that I missed. Or something. I don't know. I don't understand why they're adding that there. I'll read through this on my own time. I'm just kind of skimming right now, but I don't know why they put... I don't know why that is there. The Cardio's pets. But there it is. They changed some of the exchange things for the Token of the Oath. So here are the exchange rates on that. And then chat group stuff. There it is. Now, Season 1 on Arena of Solaris ended, and they're thanking everybody for putting a strong fight, blah, blah, blah. And they're sent out the rewards. So I didn't take part, so I'm going to skim over. But here's the rewards. You can go look at the patch notes. There's a link for it. Cool little outfit. I like the little helmet with the little feathery thing on the top. And then a nice little title, Solar Knight. And then if you got rank 3, reward, you get Glorious Box, and it can have all this stuff in it. Get all that stuff. The 1,000 crowns is probably pretty good. I don't know about the rest of this stuff. So cool. They added a simple alchemy recipe for Secret Books of Florin. Changed the order number on Magic Crystal of Addis. So instead of 10, you can do 50. Auto use, you can use Magic Celerity Drafts now. They changed the Black Crystal Shard Bundle name. I don't know why, because now you have no clue how many you get in it. They added a description on that, on the purchase limit, and added usage and how to obtain information for these items there. And they also removed the life skill grade requirement for equipping the Demihard tools. Monster days, they have changed some of the bosses around. They basically increased Crimson Dragon Garmith HP by 20%, but they also increased the chance to obtain Garmith's Heart by 40%. So that's cool. They changed the loot of the world boss that appears. Cool. And we got a little bit of quest updates. And they changed it so that to reflect the fishing update that they did with the discarded glass bottle instead of snapped rope. We had some Note and Conquest War changes. It's update for apprentices. So there's the list there. They changed how the guild apprentice stuff works. Change some background decorations in town for Halloween spirit. Which, Now this one's cool. They've added a new UI for the courser training so that you can skip animation. So before, whenever you wanted to add a bunch of your like fruits or stuff, you had to click training down here, and then it would go through the animation. Now you can skip that, and it automatically adds it in. Sorry about that pause. I had to cough pretty loudly, so I muted it. That's cool. They've also added the skip animation on the recharges on the alchemy stones and stuff like that. So you can do it quickly. Just quality of life stuff. There's also UI. I have not seen this yet. You can learn to max skills in one click, I guess. That's a change with the skill point changes. And we got a couple other system and web changes as well here. So if you want to read through those. Blah, blah, blah. Pearl Shop updates, Halloween outfits. That's cool if you're into that thing. I'm not really into Halloween, so I don't really care on that. They changed some more translations. And here's a bunch of stuff. They fixed some typos, level requirements for life skill quests for change. Blah, blah. Drop rate increase. They changed description on that. It changed. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that collect all rewards button in the Black Spirit save. I like to use that as extra inventory and storage space. So they've just done a few bug fixes here and there, which is cool. Pearl Abyss are really bringing the updates recently. So there's all the kind of like the major things. And here's just a list of all the recent major things. Now the real thing that I want to get into, which I was hoping for the Magnus this week, but they pushed it back to the 19th, and hopefully they don't push it back again. But so I guess the big takeaway on this is that new season, fall season's out. The events are still increased for a while until at least next week's maintenance, maybe 2 weeks. And then we have class balances, which I'm going to switch over to. They've reset all of the skills for everybody to do this, but they've adjusted skill point cost down to costing 1,000 skill points to get all of your class skills. You can max out Awakening or Succession, whichever one you do with 1,000 skill points, and then anything over that, you can invest in a passive skill called Weight Training. And there's multiple levels of that, 1 through 10. The first 120 weight will cost 500 skill points in total, and then the remaining 30 will cost 1,000. So you can get up to 150. It's going to cost 1,500 total, but they kind of made a soft cap of 120, and then after that you want an extra 30 weight, which is great because I think I had somewhere around like 2,000, 2,100. I think I had 2,100 skill points somewhere around there, which means I have 1,100 extra. Almost 1,200 extra on my wizard. So I will instantly max this out to 120 weight, and then I'll start pouring the extra 1,000. I'll be about 300 or 400 short, so I'll have 600-700 extra to put in there. Yeah, about 600 extra, not quite. So should be able to get most of this 150. I'm a few hundred short, and as I grind, I will get in the rest of those. So this makes it a lot easier for people to do seasons and have their characters maxed out and not be gated by skill points, which is cool. So here we go with that. All skill points have been adjusted for all classes. Skills that require 55 or below are automatically learned without any skill point cost, but the augmented parts of that, which are like passives, additional effects to these skills, those are what cost these skill points. And then the total cost for learning, it's been adjusted. Oh, they mentioned that already. If you log in and go to the challenges tab, which is by default the Y key on the keyboard, you can get a 3-day Book of Old Moons so that you can actually take all of your skills and make your skill build. And then you can go talk to the battle arena instructor to do the add-ons and stuff. Here's the weight training, 1 through 10. So it starts out at 30 and 30, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5 and 5, up to 150. And then it goes 50, 50 for the cost, 100, 100, 100, 100, 200, 200, 300, and 300. So there's that. Changed fall animation. I don't know why. And then here's a little bit of a thing. If you can't learn flow skills, you should do these steps. Lock the preceding skill to lock all the skills required to learn. Unlock the skills that were locked, and then you learn it. So it's kind of like a reset. I think it's probably something to do with how they reset stuff. And they've also changed wait time for deleted characters. So 1 through 45, you got to wait 3 minutes. Seasons still have to wait 3 minutes, and then normal characters, 1 through 45, 3 minutes. And then if you're 46 or higher, it's 1 day. And they've changed that to 1 to 45 is 3 minutes, and then 46 and higher is 5 minutes. So there's that. Now, they list out all the changes they've done for each respective class. I'm not going to go over all these, but I am going to go down to where the wizard is, just because that's the class I play. And that's usually what I talk about. It's the only one I really know well enough to offer any kind of insight into. And I'm mad. This is why I'm frustrated and mad. My first initial reaction is, what the hell, Pearl Abyss? So, for the Witch and Wizard, it's been a thing. Wizard has had split teleport for a long time, and they want to balance around that. So now both Witch and Wizard can activate Ultimate Teleport respectively. I don't know if this is different for Awakening. They don't make that clear. But it says, although many of our adventurers have requested this update, we were hesitant to do so for fear of not being able to maintain unique qualities between the two classes. These skills are shared between the two classes, and as they greatly impacted the performance, we realized we should have made this update a bit sooner. Yes, you should have. 100%. It seems a bit late, but we will continue to make improvements to Witch and Wizard moving forward. Please know that we've added new effects for Succession Wizard, since Ultimate Teleport was also separated. See, they're not clear on how they word this. So was Ultimate Teleport just separated for Witch, just like it has been for Wizard, or did they change it both? Did they do it for Awakening as well? Did they separate it away so it's not a Succession skill, and now it's just a Witch Wizard base class skill, and it's separate for both Succession and Awakening? I don't know. I haven't even been in game yet. And I'll figure that out when I get in there. But for, I don't know why they included Witch here, because further down they do have more Witch stuff. But they added a visual effect for protected area and speed spells that apply to allies. They've updated mana absorption, which is a huge change, I believe, because unless you have mana absorption in your add-ons for some of these skills, you have mana issues. There's a mana buff skill for Wizard. I don't know about Witch, but for Wizard, and it's a little blue ball that follows you around and gives you increased mana regen. And then I guess if you have the infinite potion, that helps too. But for mana absorption, now you can do multiple targets up to 10 at max rank. The cooldown is went down by almost half. I would say 40%. The command keys have been changed from shift left mouse bumper to space using other skills. So you want to be able to combo it, and then they've also changed the description to be more detailed, and then they've improved it whenever you can have prime elemental flow. So here is where I got very, very mad on initially reading about these skills that they've changed for Succession Wizard. I don't know if this is how this is going to be when I actually get in game though. Fireball Explosion Focus, they've now changed it from that to Fireball Explosion Spread. And they changed the name. They changed the skill motions, which means the animations are a little different, which could affect cast speed and stuff. They've improved to activate the skill quickly during other skills when having acquired flow, which, okay, that might help with some of the cast speed, but they changed the attack style from ranged to melee. So before you would cast Fireball and combo it into Fireball Explosion, and you do it from ranged, right? And you had it set to where it has knockdown on it. That's good, right? Well, now it's melee. Why would you want your ranged magic squishy damage dealer to attack at melee range? So here's the animation. Before, cast it as a secondary effect. Boom. Knockdown. Now it sends out a shockwave around you. What the hell, Pearl Abyss? And here's the description on it. But here's the other thing. They've added command keys. So I'm wondering... Fireball Explosion 1 to Absolute can be activated via the command keys above, while Fireball Explosion is in effect after Fireball. See, I don't understand that. I'm gonna have to get in game to see this, because I don't know how this is gonna affect things. Like 1 to Absolute. So Fireball Explosion. Did they like rename things weirdly? Is this a completely separate skill from the old Fireball? Because it shows 3 different things, right? So I don't know if it's talking about the I don't know if it's talking about the prime ones. I'm guessing Fireball Explosion 1 to Absolute is what you're going to have whenever you are awakening in staff form, and then the prime ones are going to be in effect after Fireball. So it's going to be a little different. Maybe they didn't change it. Maybe they've changed the 1 through... I don't know. We'll see. I'll see whenever I get in game, which I guess I could start the game while I'm talking about this. But I had waited because I wanted to read these multiple times to get an understanding. Now, I've done the same thing with Lightning Storm. I used to use Lightning Storm combo because it was a huge damage combo for Lightning. They changed the name to Prime Lightning Storm Strike. They changed the motions, same with the Fireball. They changed the attack style from range to melee. See, before you could combo it after Lightning Storm. So it would be Lightning Storm combo. And you could combo it like 3 or 4 lightning hits in a row, and it did big damage, and it was ranged. But now it has a huge, like, you pull lightning in, and then you slam it down, and it's melee range. I don't understand this. And they also took away the stiffness on hits to only be in PvE, and now they are applying Ford Guard. And then they fixed some issues on it, and they changed it to apply down attack. So I guess it's kind of like a combo you would combo after knocking somebody down. And it looks like they have now made Serendia 2 an Elvia realm. They've updated the Elvia realms to like pretty much everywhere. Which, okay, that's fine. Okay, back to this. So there's the description on that. Added the command Shift plus C, and then fixed the issue of it not comboing correctly. Blizzard, they changed so tier 3 add-ons can be applied. That's cool. And here, this one, this is what takes the cake for me. Blizzard Domain, this really upset me. I don't know how this is going to work because I used to use Blizzard Domain. I love the fact that you cast it and let it just rain down, and you didn't have to hold it, you didn't have to worry about it. But now they've changed that to also be a melee attack skill. So again, I have an issue with this. So they adjusted the number of hits due to the change attack style. It's going to apply Ford Guard. It's going to apply critical hit rate plus 50%, and the cooldown is reduced from 40 to 20. So it might make it more useful. I don't know. But this doesn't change the fact that there are still there are still split skills, right? So I'm in game, and we're going to look at this real quick, just because I'm a little upset about it. Okay, I'm on the wizard. Shift to learn it to the max level. Okay, that's fine. So we still... Fireball Explosion, where's this? Okay, so Fireball Explosion 3 and Absolute Fireball. So this is what they're talking about. So Fireball Explosion is going to be Shift left mouse button. Okay, and then we've got Aerial, and we've got Spread. So I guess they're still split. What is this? So it's around the character. And I think this is probably the one that I was like using before. Okay, so this one has knockdown on it. This one does not, but it has super armor. So I guess it's basically, they've balanced it a little bit to change playstyle. So, okay, I'm not as angry now. This makes it a little better. So they've reset everything. I've got 2158. All the base skills are learned up to the point whether you have to choose Awakening or Succession. And if you choose Succession, then you go into like the Prime skills, right? Prime and all that stuff, Prime or Absolute. And if you choose Awakening, then you get the Absolutes and choose Awakening. So that's cool. I got all my skills all the way up, maxed out. All the passives are maxed. Cool. Everything. And then you got to do all your passives here still, that are like augments. So anything that is augments of the base skills, you have to learn with skill points, which is fun. Now let's look at the teleport. So we got teleport, shift space, space after teleport. So they do have it split still. Okay, that's cool, I guess. 10 seconds, 7 seconds, so they are two different skills, and they don't share cooldown. This one's 10 seconds, that one's 7 seconds. So nothing changed with the wizard teleport. They've just updated the witch. Mana absorption has changed a little bit. It's got a cooldown of 7 seconds, max 3 hits, 865% damage. 10 targets, recovers 30% MP, absorb 30% of targets MP, SP, WP, whatever, and you get a movement speed debuff for 4 seconds, and you get Ford Guard. Cool. And then what else did they change? This one and protected area. Those were just animations. So I got to do my passive skills, and then I got to figure out what prime skills I want to use. They're going to change a little bit just because of the super armor and Ford Guards and stuff that they did before. So they have domain now, which is different. Look at the animations there. It's just kind of around you. Or if you didn't use domain before, this is going to be storm. And that's where you actually got to hold it. So you're stuck in the cast animation. So you either go... Okay. Cool. So they basically made Wizard be a long-term slow caster or an upfront melee. Teleport around, hit with your melee range skills, teleport away, hit with your range skills. So you're going to be like in and out versus staying far away and casting. I see what they've done. And for the ones where they've made it to where you have to get up close, like the fireball explosion, so like this one's the aerial one that has the knockdown. This is the one that I always used. It knocks, it gives you a little bit of CC versus this one. I didn't want to click that. I wanted to click the animation. Versus this one to where it's around you, you get super armor during the skill. So you're basically going to have to take between super armor, Ford Guards, and probably some CC. Meteor didn't change. You get Ford Guard and knock down on hits. Or on this one, you get Ford down, and in PvE you get knocked down. So probably aerial is what I would probably do on that one, just because of the CC. And this one's going to be like quick burst. This one's going to be, you're going to have additional meteor damage. It's a little faster to do this one, to focus. As terms of casting, but you don't get knocked down. The lightning, let's look at lightning storm strike. What does that look like? You get Ford Guard during the skill. Well, they both get Ford Guard. This one stuns on hits in PvE. High voltage versus strike. I think I'll probably still go with strike, even though it's melee. I don't know. I'll have to do some research and then maybe do a build on what I'm doing. And I got to figure out add-ons and skill enhancements and stuff, because they reset everything. So you kind of got to go with that. I'm not going with Awakening. I hate having to switch between two different weapons. And in my opinion, wizards should use staffs. That's just how it is. But at least I got enough to max everything out now without having to farm. I was 127. I needed 2285 to max everything out. So I was only 127 away anyway, and I didn't do much grinding to begin with. But now this just makes it a whole lot easier. And let's find that passive. Here's the weight training skill. So there you go on that. 30, 30, and on up. So you get weight limit. So we'll max everything else out, and then I'll dump the rest into the weight training. That's cool. I'll spend some time doing that. And So the Blizzard domain, it doesn't look like they changed it too much. But I think that the melee might be a welcome change if they have added Ford Guard and Super Armor to those skills to give you a little bit of a counteracting. If you have to teleport in and be in melee, you need some way to keep from getting one shot. You're going to need Ford Guard. You're going to need Super Armor. They changed the Witch's Magical Evasion, removed the Super Armor. I know a lot of witches are going to be severely upset about that. They updated the flow. It's going to be decreased by 0.5 when activating a skill of the same element quickly. So that'll be cool. I think you're going to be able to cast a little faster, if I'm understanding that correctly. And then they've just listed some stuff that are a little different. And then the combo thing, they have fixed an issue with that. They listed witches different, and then they listed the awakening a little bit separately for witch and wizard. So there's the witch stuff here. They increased attack range. I don't know if this will apply to wizard or not, because wizard has... I don't know. I don't think so, because wizard has access to prime, but not the black spirit. So maybe it wasn't a problem. The awakening, they did some quality of life changes, so there were some bugs and issues with some of this stuff that they changed. Magic DP would not be applied. MP recovery was apparently too much. Changed the sealed descriptions, detection range, on the Arnie, just different small things. So that's pretty cool for Wizard. All the other class changes are here. Here's the link up there at the top, and you can get to that from the website. You just go to announcements, updates, and then patch notes for the 12th. So there's that. That's what they've done this time. Basically what you got to do is go log in, hit the Y, get your 3-day old moon book, and then go set your skills up, read your descriptions, and do it. And scale up your skills, set up your skill enhancements, and then your skill add-ons. You got to redo all of them. And then enjoy your hot time drops. You get 100% and 500 and 150 and 100 on everything. So enjoy that, and go enjoy your extra drops on your potion pieces and all that stuff. And then have a good week. And that's pretty much all I got. I think I'm going to probably go with... We'll see. Yeah, you get the old moon, and then main awakening, add-ons, and yeah. So set up your skills, do all that stuff, and enjoy your drops and stuff, like I said. And I think I'll probably end up going with a video about my skill setup maybe later. I haven't decided yet, but this has been a long one. But they did a ton of updates, and there are a ton of patch notes. So enjoy, and have a good rest of your day. Drop a sub and a like if you appreciated it. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. So, as always, until next time.